Yo, yo, yo. How's everybody doing today? So, we want to just first start off saying hopefully everybody's doing well, everybody's in good health, have some peace and joy in their life. Um, but we're kind of going to start off on a little bit of a sad note. Today, we lost a very, very great actor, Lance Reddick. And so, we want to dedicate this episode to him and kind of talk about his career and his impact in acting. Um, so yeah, hang out with us. Let us know what you think. Everybody knows this face, or at least the voice. He's just been throughout TV and movies and sitcoms, and just one of the best actors. Just out there, man. He's just working, and you'll recognize him. Remy, what do you think
Oh yeah.
about losing
Uh
Lance today?
it's yeah, sad day to lose incredible actor like this. He's been everywhere, man. So let's get into the episode, talk about it. But first of all, welcome to the Movie Bros show. I'm your host Remy Keene, along with my pal Josh. We're going to talk about Lance Reddick and a whole bunch of stuff on the show today. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Uh, Man, I tell you what, you know, I was looking over a lot of what he was in. And a lot, like I said, he stands out for me in Fringe. I know you were
Yes.
saying the same.
Yeah, Fringe is one of it was a great show, one of the better sci-fi shows out there.
Oh yeah,
And you know, um, yeah, just missed him at Fringe. It looks like he did 90 episodes. Um,
pretty sure
yeah,
he
you'd
was
also,
there the
you
whole
know,
time.
yeah, you'd also recognize him. Also recognize him in Oz. It kind of was an older TV show back in the day.
Yeah,
He did a whole season there.
man. Another thing I recognize him from, of course, is he was the voice of in Destiny. He was Commander Zavala, and the voice that sent you on missions. He's the guy
Right.
you report to when you first wake up and come to in Destiny. So he was
And
great
he
in
fo-
that.
and and he followed that throughout the series. It looks like he was in Destiny 2
Yeah.
as
Yep.
well, and so part of the whole Destiny franchise.
Right.
Um,
Um, he was also in The Wire. I never watched The Wire, but I heard so many good things about it. Yeah, he's in there.
and obviously the big one lately for me is the John Wicks.
Oh yeah.
I believe he's in John Wick 4 as well. Wrap that one up, but he's in all the John Wicks. Kind of the caretaker of that assassin hotel or whatever you say,
Yeah.
however it's said. Um, yeah, just a great actor. I mean, he's been in shows like Castle, Intelligence, The Blacklist. I
Um,
mean, the Batman series,
yeah.
SVU. I mean,
I was gonna
you
say
know,
Batman Unburied is an audio like production. It's like a radio
mm,
show. And he played Thomas Wayne. And it's really awesome. If you haven't listened to Batman Unburied, and you have a Spotify membership, go check it out because yeah, Batman Unburied is well worth the watch for sure. Or
another
the
show I really liked him in was in Bosch. I think he played the entire season. Um, Bosch was a detective in LA, and he played one of the main characters there.
yeah.
Um,
Wow, his name in Bosch was Irvin Irving.
Yeah, yeah. But
Funny.
he's also got a wide array. I mean, he's done tons of voiceovers. It looks like he's got a cameo. Oh, he's done some Castlevania, some Destiny 2.
He did
Um,
5 episodes as Thordak in uh,
yeah,
The Legend of Vox Machina.
yeah. The
Uh,
Vindicators, Farzar. I mean, his resume is just impressive, and he's got
oh yeah,
such a unique voice.
hmm
Um,
he
I can
does.
almost hear it in my head, and when he talks, you're just like, oh yeah, it's that
Yeah,
guy, right? It's Lance, right? So, um, and to me, he had such a unique look. Um,
yeah,
like he wasn't. I think Lance stood out all on his own as far as style and the look. Um, just a if you talk about main black characters, and I'm not trying to stereotype anything, but you're looking at bigger, taller, stronger characters with broad shoulders. I'm talking like Idris Elba. I'm talking Will Smith. I'm talking the guy from Rocky, right? We're talking really muscular type. Lance kind of had a different frame, and to be honest, he stuck into his own lane and just had this memorable voice and this memorable character, this person. So it's quite a shame to lose him, to be honest.
yeah.
Uh,
I agree. He's he's definitely an awesome character. Uh, every time he's on the screen, I feel like he commanded it. Like he was like an attention grabber. It's like, oh, he's in this. This is gonna be good, right?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing him in The Legend of Vox Machina. I mean, I don't believe that's come out yet. I think it's soon to come out. Um, and rest in peace, man. That's tragic, sad. Um, again,
Definitely,
hats off.
I know.
So,
Definitely
y-
will remember this day for sure. The St. Patrick's Day to remember.
yeah, yeah,
um, But yeah, I mean, it's great because you can definitely celebrate his voice too. You can celebrate all of the impact he had made on uh, every movie he was in. I mean, like I said, he stood out. So every single thing he had an opportunity to be a part of, um, I feel like leaves a legacy of him to be remembered. So
yeah, yeah. Heart reaches out to his family, and he will be missed. So
definitely.
he will be missed.
All right.
Well, Rennie, what kind of switching gears here, but few movies coming out this month that I'm excited to talk about.
I know, me too. So one of my friends at work already told me that Shazam Fury of the Gods, he went and saw it opening night. Um, that it's fantastic. Like, that if you enjoyed the first one, you should absolutely enjoy this one. And that it was one to definitely count as a must watch this year. So,
Okay. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think I've actually watched the first Shazam, man. I've
oh,
been
for
putting it
real?
off. Yeah, I've been putting it off.
I highly suggest it. It is not like any other DC movie. It's fun. It is inventive. Billy Batson is a little boy, like a 12-year-old or so, something like that. And he is chosen to receive the powers of Shazam and then turns into this really buff, old looking guy, right? Because because he's actually 12 years old. So
Mm, mm.
um, Billy Batson is really cool. And then a bunch of his friends also receive the powers of, you know, through the same way. And that's how they defeat the foe in the first one. But honestly, even though that's a tiny spoiler, I still it's a fantastic movie. Um, you know, all he has to do is say the words Shazam, and he turns into Shazam. Um,
Gotcha.
the bad guy in the first one is Mark Strong, and I love Mark Strong as an actor. He's fantastic, and just honestly well worth the watch. Now I'm looking for it here, but the letters in Shazam each stand for one of the powers that he gets for saying the word.
Oh, really?
I'm looking it up here. Shazam stands for the strength of Solomon, I believe, or no, wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, uh, some power of Atlas, power of Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury. That's what
Hmm.
Shazam stands for.
Hmm.
So Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury, all those powers combine and go into him whenever he says the word Shazam. And uh, yeah, I've always thought he was a really cool, you know, comic book hero. I just never really. Uh,
Do you think they're leading up to the like the Shazam and Black Adam conflict? Is that what's
it
possibly happening?
highly could be. You know, if they keep the Rock going for the Black Adam, they keep you know Shazam and everything. I know there's a lot negative stuff going on with the um DC universe,
Yeah.
but it's possible. It's possible.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. I've always, it's one of those deals. I was gonna eventually watch it, just kind of on a night that I didn't have much going on. Um, it seemed a little comical, to me, but it's all right. We'll get it through.
it
We'll get it
is.
done.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Mm,
It's it's a good watch though. Still suggest it.
mm. So what
Um,
else is coming out this month? I think
Dungeons and
Dungeons and
Dragons.
Dragons. Yeah,
Very excited for that, man. Oh my goodness. Uh,
yeah. So this I am with the legacy of Dungeons and Dragons. I just am praying that this is just gonna rock. It looks pretty fun already on the previews. I just don't know if this whole thing is gonna, somebody takes this production and buys the rights to it and then just kind of, doesn't do it justice. I hope that he's a fan of the Dungeons and Dragons enterprise, right? And
yeah.
you know, um, and I hope it's a fun ride. I mean, when I think Dungeons and Dragons, I think of
I
rolling
do
the
know
dice
for a
and
fact that three people writing it and the directors, um, uh, which John Francis Daly is both, and so is Jonathan Goldstein. They all play D&D together. So
gotcha.
I
Yeah,
think,
so something I saw in the preview is the chest with the treasure chest that attacked you,
oh, the mimic.
and I
Yeah.
yeah, there you go, the mimic, and I was like, man, that's pretty much straight out of the book there. But yeah, I hope it goes well, and I hope to see sequels. You know, um, I'm just a little jaded though. I'm gonna give you, with Wheel of Time not coming up to standard, and the Lord of Rings kind of feeling like not up to standard, and it's like, how many more great things are we gonna put into a movie and not really do right by it, I guess. So
Yeah. I mean, John Francis Daly um goes back to like Freaks and Geeks. He's
yeah.
in like Bones. I definitely support him in this, and I just hope for the best, man. Like so many good things uh, are possible in this, and honestly, the like I hope it doesn't take itself too seriously, but also seriously at times, because like if it doesn't take itself too seriously, it's gonna be fun. And like just there's a spell you can cast in D&D called Speak with the Dead, and you have 5 questions that you can ask the dead person, and it shows them accidentally wasting the spell and like asking all the accidental questions you can, and it was just
Right.
it. I'm like, oh man, they are paying uh, homage and tribute to how a D&D game could go down, and you don't know the questions to ask, so you just ask all the wrong ones. And one of the coolest things that I have seen are on D&D Beyond .com. You can actually go on there and see the character sheets for the people in the movie. And
Oh, really?
yeah,
That's
so like you
that's
can
cool.
uh, bring the crew into your game and basically include them. Like you can, if you're a dungeon master, you can like have them basically join your team up, like you run into heroes in D&D and D, and you're like, oh, you want to stick with us for a while and fight with us, and like basically can bring in an NPC and as one of these people, and they have like the whole stat sheet and everything, and I'll upload a picture of it um whenever I edit this, but like they have uh, uh, the Doric, who is the shape-shifting druid, um, ranger. They have Edgin Davis, who is Chris Pine. They have Forge Fitzwilliam, who's um, that's oh, what's his name? Hugh Grant's character, and Michelle Rodriguez's character, which is Holga Kilgore. And yeah, I like, honestly, they already have a bunch of the characters just on there. So if you're into D&D at all, you should go check out D&D Honor Among Thieves. The Thieves Gallery is on dndbeyond.com for you to add them right into your game, and you can have their stat blocks.
Mm.
So
Do you remember watching the D&D movie in 2000 with Jeremy Irons?
I believe so, yeah. Like
It,
the
it, I mean, it
really
was right. It wasn't the best movie, but
not well done.
yeah, but it was, you know, yeah. I
Yeah,
I I mean, it's got Marlon Wayans in it, and
yeah,
Justin Whalen, Jeremy Iron, Thora Birch. You're just kind of like, oh man, and again, that's why I'm just kind of, man, just let's make sure we get this right.
right.
Let's get this right. But like I said, the previews look pretty awesome. Honestly, it looks like quite an adventure, and it looks funny, and so I expect it to be a pretty good movie. My expectations are a little high, and I hope the movie meets it. So.
Honestly. Yeah, I watched the D&D movie, The Book of Vile Darkness recently. Honestly, it's rated like a 4 on IMDb. I'd probably rate it a 5. Um, it's not good, but
Did you
It's
see
fun.
yeah, there was a cartoon series that you can watch now on YouTube for Dungeons and Dragons that I really liked. Um, and it's free.
I don't doubt it. I don't know
Oh, hold
that I've
on
heard of it.
1 second. Let me see if I can find it here. But yeah, it was a cartoon series at one point in the 80s.
Mm,
Um, and it's a pretty neat cartoon series. You try to go and find it. I really liked it. Um, so there was one in the 80s, and there was a couple movies that came out that was pretty fun as well. Cartoon, excuse me, cartoon movies that came out that was really fun.
yeah.
Um, but anyways, um, yeah. So the premise is on that cartoon movie. It's these kids get on a roller coaster and they go through this Dungeons and Dragons ride, and they end up in this fantasy world, and it was pretty fun. I remember it back in the day. So, anyways, check it out. Any other Dungeons and Dragon nerds out there like I am, just it'd be cool to watch one time. It's not going to change your life, but I guarantee it's pretty nice. It's pretty fun. So I'm excited to see this movie, Jeremy, and hopefully we can go see it together.
Yeah.
Maybe do a little quick live broadcast before and after the movie. Maybe. What do you
Yeah,
think of
like
that?
I think it'd be cool if we hopped in the car real quick and did like a live reaction right after the movie. Here's what we thought. Something like that. That'd be dope. We can go live on YouTube from our phone and everything. So I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
plan. That's a plan, Stan.
uh, yeah. What else do you think is coming out this month?
Oh, lots of good things. The next thing I would probably talk about, that's in theaters right now. It's not. I mean, it's already out. It's been out for a while, but Scream 6
Mm,
is out. Ashley and I are watching the Scream movies. I've only ever seen 1 and 2 until we started watching them, and she had only ever seen like a partial scene of 1 that she could remember. So we both wanted to, rewatch them. They're not that bad. They're not like full of like garbage and stuff. They're just really it's a who done it, and you try to guess who did it, and most of the time it's 2 people. So, like, you're gonna guess one, but will you get the other? And, well, like, why they team up, things like that. So we had some fun, watching then we got through 4. I still have 5 and 6, of course, once 6 is ready for me, but I have 5 left to watch, and it's luckily, they're all on Paramount Plus, so that's where I was able to watch them. So
so I noticed that the 5 and 6 also stars Jenna Ortega,
yeah,
who's just blown up for the win her for a role in Wednesday, as Wednesday Adams. Um, so yeah, I've never seen 5 or 6. I may have to go to Paramount and go watch those.
yeah.
Um,
Paramount's got 5, and of course 6 is so new that
right,
it just came out. So,
right, gotcha.
but people are saying that 6 is so like wow, it's better than any of the others besides like 1 and 4. 1 and 4 are
Mm,
like the people who I've talked to, those are their favorites. And so far, me too. And they said that 6 compares really closely to 1 and 4. Um,
I tell you, one was groundbreaking. I mean, the to me because it was a college age, high school murder mystery at that caliber, and it was well done. And the reveal was great. Um, just a cool movie that just you know you remember it 20 years later. I mean, it's one of those deals. Um, 4 was really good as well. I mean, that was another one that was just. spot on. I like the whole franchise. I think the whole franchise, um,
Yeah.
unlike other franchises, I'd probably, if there was a Scream 10, I'd probably watch it, to be honest. So, but yeah, that'd be another great movie coming out.
um, so Children of the Corn is the next one. It comes out on the 21st. Um,
Yeah, and I'm so skeptical of that one, man.
yeah, me too.
I mean, again, Children of the Corn back in the day was, you know, another groundbreaking film. I think it was really the first time that I remembered that, well, the first time I felt like they portrayed children as murderers
Mm,
ever, other than Carrie. This was more like a cult like type of thing. And it was scary, man. It was scary. I mean, it was kind of the first, to me, it was one of the first movies that, like, you went out to this isolated town and they had their own rules. And, and that whole subplot, which, birthed a lot of other movies, right? Um, that I can think of, just, um, so yeah, it was legendary in its right. And again, it's, um, to have people reproduce those movies, you're just like, oh man, will they ever capture the magic of the first time?
right,
You know, yeah,
right.
yeah. I mean, and Children of the Corn, 1984. I watched it. It had Linda Hamilton in it.
Yeah.
Peter Horton. I mean, the whole movie was just cool. Um, Scary, just wicked and crazy. And then of course, they made like Children of the Corn 500, and the sequels just kind of kept coming out, and you're like, come on now.
Right.
But we'll see. We'll see. I may give it a fair chance. So
Next thing I want to talk about movies that are upcoming here. April 5th, the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's another one I'm very excited about.
I mean, our one of our favorites, Anya Taylor Joy. She's playing Princess Peach. So you know
Yeah, and again,
we love anything with her in it.
I,
So
I know she can't do any wrong. Anya, just drop us a like, comment, man. I'm just gonna beg you, just anything. We appreciate you.
yeah,
Just letting you know.
honestly,
Yeah, no, I'm
and
I'm su- I'm super excited about that movie, man. I'm telling you.
star-studded cast, man. Like
Yeah,
Charlie Day as Luigi, Chris Pratt playing Mario, Jack Black owning Bowser. Like, man, oh my gosh, that alone is gonna be worth the watch. Keegan Michael Key is playing Toad. Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong. Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong. And
yeah.
I
So
mean,
the
the list,
comedic talent you
yeah,
just listed is just off the chain.
it's
I
like
mean, Fred
what?
Armisen,
I
Jack
know.
Black, Chris Pratt. I mean, come on. Keegan, Michael Key. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean, it could just be a dumb comedy movie, and it'd still be great with those actors. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't even care if it. I have a feeling it's going to be great, but I don't
yeah.
even care if it isn't. I think it's going to be unique and funny and great. It's got Sebastian Maniscalco. Just come on, this movie's going to be great, man. So,
Yep. Definitely excited um to
did you ever watch the let's see here. I think I'm looking at it right now. The Mario Brothers movie back in the day.
yeah.
1993, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. That takes me
Yeah,
back, man. Dennis Hopper is King Koopa.
it's true. It sure was.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to go find it and watch it again. I mean, not a life changer, but come on, man. I'm a huge fan of John Leguizamo as well.
I think I think it's famous for being like one of the lowest um Rotten
Budget
Tomatoes
movies.
scores.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. If you go to Rotten Tomatoes, I believe it's one of the lowest Rotten Tomato scores ever given.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I think it's great though. I'm like it's just something something I want to enjoy. My kids are excited for it. I think I'm going to take them to it uh, and let them watch it alongside me and just enjoy it together. Uh, I think that's the plan. As we're going to enjoy the Super Mario Bros. Movie together. Titus thinks it's funny that the monkey beats on Mario. He's like, "Daddy, monkey, boom, 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 Mario," and I was like, "Yeah." And of course, I know that that's Donkey Kong, but telling my little 3-year-old that Donkey Kong is a monkey, I just said he was a donkey. So, like, that's confusing, right? So, I was just like,
yeah,
"Yep, he monkey sure did beat up Mario." Um, I'm excited
gotcha.
for it. It looks good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take my son to that as well. It seems family friendly, safe enough, that kind of thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited on that one. What else is coming out?
I know we talked about it on the podcast before, but it's so close. I think it's worth talking about again. April 14th is Renfield, which is Nicolas Cage playing Dracula
Hmm.
and Nick Holt in it.
Yeah.
Ben Schwartz, Aquafina. Should be a hilarious movie. I'm so excited for it. Just with Ben Schwartz and Aquafina being your backup roles, it's definitely going to have a lot of comic relief in it. Um, I thought Aquafina was great in Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And of course, Ben Schwartz is Sonic's voice, and he's John Ralphio in uh, Parks and Rec. And then
Hmm.
Nick Holt was our the menu main character, and Nicolas Cage proved he has still has comedic talents, especially in like uh, the unbearable weight of massive talent. And he was great in that. So I'm excited.
So I'm looking at Timothy Charlemagne
Yeah.
doing a young version of Wonka, kind of how he
Oh yeah.
grew up, the
Yeah.
Oompa Loompas. Man, that's gonna be crazy. Hopefully if that pans out. That'd be great.
Yeah. They've been working on
Coming
that
up,
one for a while. When's that come out?
looking like December 2023 this year.
Mm.
Actually, you know what I'm excited for, and it's gonna sound weird. I'm kind of excited for the Barbie movie.
Oh, I am too. Absolutely.
I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. Um, Great staff: Will Ferrell, Ryan Gosling, Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Will
You
Ferrell's
know,
playing the villain.
and you kind of got to think like, who's the villain in Barbie, right? Like,
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it.
but I tell you, the more movies I see Margot Robbie in, the more I think she's developing as an actor.
Yeah.
Um, but we still love Anya here at Movie Bros. Just letting you know.
I know we did a trailer reaction to it. Guy Ritchie's The Covenant comes out on April 21st.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's definitely on the watch list. I want to see that. Evil Dead Rise is releasing that same day. Um, so that'll be. I mean, to see the Evil Dead back in the theaters um, is interesting, because it was gone for such a long time, and now they're
Mm-hmm.
making more movies continuing the story.
It looks like they're coming out with another Saw, a Saw 10. Now, I kind of quit watching Saw after 4 or something. I don't remember.
Mm.
I'm in the middle somewhere, so I don't even know what Saw 10 would be about. Um, well, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I have not watched the Saws. I think I saw up to 3. Saw 3.
Yeah, I mean, Saw 1 was pretty ridiculous.
It was groundbreaking, I feel. It
Yeah,
was a movie that everybody talked about, and for good reason, because who thinks that the guy that's dead in the middle of the room is the guy that is
right,
torturing you this whole time?
right.
He's monitoring you laying there dead.
Uh,
Spoiler alert, everybody. I guess if you haven't seen Saw, came out
right.
over 10 years ago.
Um, Another one I saw was the Indiana Jones movie.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait to check that one out. Um, of course, I favored the Cocaine Bear, but
so did you see that Cocaine Bear did such a good job that they're now making Cocaine Shark?
oh gosh,
Yep, it did such a good job that they're like, you know what? We're gonna take some liberties and do Cocaine Shark because Cocaine Bear worked out so well.
I don't
Crazy.
know why. I don't know why it's surprising. It shouldn't, but whatever.
Fast 10
Yeah, they,
is
you
coming
know,
out. Fast X, I should say. And then The Little Mermaid live action coming
yeah.
out May 26th.
I'm interested in seeing that.
Yeah.
You know, it there was a little bit of controversy because, of course, Little Mermaid's black, but I don't really have a preference. I mean, um, I like it. I think it'll be all right. I think it's gonna be great.
I
So,
think Melissa McCarthy as Ursula is gonna be something hilarious and amazing. And then Javier Bardem as King Triton.
Triton, yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Another one that's coming out too, June 2nd. Two of them that I'm excited for: Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Part 1, and
mm,
The Boogeyman is also coming out that day.
I
So
saw that.
yep, The Boogeyman, and I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be ridiculously good. Um, just being able to see all that again would be awesome. And then Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, just the first movie was amazing. I loved it. I think it's probably one of the best Spider-Man movies out there. And then the fact that we get um, Oscar Isaac playing one of the voices in this one, I'm just totally excited for it. Should be phenomenal. I expect.
Mm. Yeah,
And
so the Boogeyman is another story by Stephen King,
yep,
written by Stephen King. So that'd be really interesting. Um, I'm looking at Shrek 5. Did you see that?
Shark
I'm a
5.
fan. Yeah, exactly. I'm a fan of the Shrek, so I think that'll be pretty fun, especially when you have kids, and you get to share that with them. So
Oh
that might
yeah,
be fun. That might be fun.
that's awesome. I didn't realize that that was coming out this quick. Uh, does it say when?
No, it's actually just got a. Let's see here. Check file. You're saying May 20th,
Okay,
2023.
sweet.
So close, 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 close. Um,
Um, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
yeah, I think that's gonna be fun.
I think so. I loved Beast Wars, the cartoon.
Yes, yes,
Whenever I was a kid, man,
that's right.
that dude, that was my jam with Cheetor and Optimus Primal and all them awesome uh, Autobots. So I think it's going to be great. Michelle Yeoh, Ron Perlman, Peter Dinklage, being among the voice and actors within it. Already, I'm like, oh, let me see this today, you know. So, um, and then right after that, the Flash movie that we've been waiting on for such a long time, which I don't know if you're as excited as I am for the return of Michael Keaton's Batman, but oh man, Michael Keaton's Batman, Michael Shannon's General Zod, Ben Affleck as Batman is showing up in it. It's just I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with the Flashpoint. If it'll be similar to like the animated Flashpoint Paradox movie that you
Mm,
can watch.
mm,
But I mean, basically, he's dealing with the intersecting realities, the realities that are broken, and running through them. So, uh, we saw the Flash in the Batman movie, or yeah, where he tries to talk to him about Superman and tries to stop him and everything. So, honestly, I'm excited for the Flash movie. I don't care for um, kid that plays the Flash, and he really just I don't know shouldn't be in movies anymore, but or right now especially. But I understand finishing what he was already in. And everything, and they need to make the money back on what they paid on the movie already. So
mm.
it should be one that's good. I'm excited for that. Um, However, a movie that I am really excited for, looks good. It's Disney Pixar. It's called Elemental. Have you
That's-
seen that?
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I was looking at that.
Basically, the fire, um, elemental, and the water, like, are friends, and like instantly, just in the preview, it looks fun. So I'm
Hmm,
excited to see that one too whenever it comes out.
hmm.
Oh wow. Just saw here June 30th is already Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which we've talked about previously on the podcast, but definitely one we'll be watching, keeping an eye out for at the time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, lots of great movies coming out. If you guys have any suggestion of maybe some not so mainstream movies, maybe some movies that were under the radar that you feel like is just going to be great because of a certain actor, a director, let us know in the comments. Be sure to keep those on the list and check those out. We'd love any feedback you'd give.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
absolutely. And any sort of ideas you have of what we can talk about, if you want us to do like a whole episode dedicated to one film, um, that would pique your interest, let us know. I'm down to do that sometime soon here. Um, and like, there's just so many good movies out there. Maybe we'll miss one that's coming out before it even comes out. Like, speaking of Operation Fortune, I didn't even hear about that until recently, and it looks hilarious. It looks awesome. So I'm excited to watch it as soon as I can here. But like Jason Statham and all the people in it look great. It's got it's the Guy Ritchie movie of this year, basically.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got Jason
Jason
Statham, Aubrey
Statham.
Plaza, Carrie Yules,
Yeah,
Hugh Grant, Josh Hartnett. I haven't seen Josh Hartnett in a movie in forever,
yeah. You're right. Huh.
and
Huh.
he's in
Huh.
this one.
Huh.
So let me see. Josh Hartnett last acted. Oh, I guess he has been in stuff. I just didn't realize it. Um, Die Hart,
Yeah, I just saw that.
which is, I believe is a Kevin Hart um, rendition
Oh,
of Die
gotcha.
Hard.
Oh, gosh.
And then The Fear Index. But I didn't even realize he was in Wrath of Man. I saw that one. Guess I didn't recognize him. And wow.
Yeah, he's kind of. Oh, that's right. He was in Penny Dreadful. I
Oh yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
One of my favorite Josh Hartnett movies ever, Lucky Number 11. I think
Yes.
I think that would be a good one for us to watch together and comment over.
Dude, let's do that.
Okay.
The other one that I really like from him, which is kind of not his road, but 30 Days of Night.
30 Days a Night. That's my other
What
Josh Hartnett movie too.
I'm telling you,
So good.
I like their version of a vampire.
Oh yes.
Like they
Yeah.
seem so dominant. Like sometimes you see vampires and they're more like even in Renfield where like he just takes the guy up and he like it's all mental powers or supernatural powers. But to me, in 30 Days a Night, these were like beasts, and they
Yeah.
were like throwing people around and that kind of thing. And that to me just seemed like a more realistic version of a vampire, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Um, so yeah, that was another just and he doesn't do those very often. But yeah, for sure, Lucky Number 11. I'm up for that. That was. Did you see that and ask me to show you, or did I see that one and tell you about it? I felt like we had
Uh
some sort of
I
communication on that one.
I think we definitely both saw it before, but then we watched it together. Um
Mm,
this was one of the movies that I bought at the when I worked at the Walmart. I would always go over to the GameStop after I got off work, and they sold like movies, and not a lot of GameStops did that at the time, but this one did, and honestly, like I fell in love with this movie. I just watched it and watched it and watched it and watched it.
yeah, he did Sin City, which I really liked him in. Black
Oh
Hawk
yeah,
Down. I really liked him in 40 Days and 40 Nights. I liked him in The Black Dahlia. I liked him in August. That was another cool movie. Uh, what else? I mean, he's got just quite a list.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
He plays the cop. I believe they call him the man in Sin City, but he plays the cop that they accidentally kill. Uh,
mhm, mhm.
yeah. Um, but yeah, like he's been everywhere, man. The Faculty, all the way back to the Faculty. I
Oh,
remember
I
that.
know. Yes.
Uh, I never saw the Virgin Suicides, but apparently he's in that too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
but yeah, glad to see him in something again that looks really good. Operation Fortune will probably be on my very soon watch list because I can want to watch it. So
cool. Cool.
and
Cool.
huge fan of Aubrey Plaza. Um, I think we've said that before on the podcast and of how much I like her, but uh, yeah,
I think she's another actor that I feel like, she kind of got,
found late.
well, found late, but she's kind of been pigeonholed as the awkward teen character
Oh yeah,
with, starting out in Parks and Rec, and I feel like her acting's just evolved. Now she's like the drug lord lady in one movie. She's like she's running a whole team, and in this other movie, just I feel like she's evolving as an actress, and it's cool when you kind of see them in their first roles,
oh yeah, for
and
sure.
then over time you're like, yeah, now she's working with Hugh Grant. Come on, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's just cool, um, just cool stuff. So,
I agree, definitely.
but again, Anya Taylor Joy, I'm just gonna have to reiterate one more time. We love you here at the Movie Bro Show. So
That's true. That's true. Absolutely.
maybe you should make so leave us a voicemail or something. That'd be great, man.
That'd be awesome. Or even send us like an email and
Yeah,
anything.
that'd be great.
I would love to have uh any sort of star in one of these movies on the podcast eventually, but like if she would come on our show, that'd be awesome.
I feel like she's the type of girl that just would like. I
Yeah,
feel like if I had a
very down to
shot,
earth.
and I'm not saying like romantically or anything, but just a shot at like, say she just showed up someday and just like, hey, you want to do an interview? I feel like she's that kind of a person. Maybe
Heck
not,
yeah.
but I kind of feel like she's that way. So
Yeah. Especially if we could just meet in, Google Hangouts or whatever this is called now. Um,
yeah, for
that's
sure,
easy.
for sure.
That's easy. Just drop in. Give these Kansas boys a call. How about
That's
that?
right. That's right.
Uh, man, the the next thing I'd like to talk about is some TV series here just real quick uh, that you should be checking out. We're the movie bros. We talk about movies, but we also like to talk about everything related to movies. And what better than TV series?
Mm,
So I saw recently here, and I posted it on our Instagram. But Camp Crystal Lake is coming out, and there's been a war going on between the ownership rights of Friday the 13th, and that's why we haven't seen any Friday the 13th content for a while. Is because one person's like, "Well, I created Jason, so I own that." The other person's like, "I created Friday the 13th, so I own that." And it's like,
mm,
well, they're synonymous, right? So
right.
that's why this is called Camp Crystal Lake, because it's by the guy who technically owns Jason and the rights to him. And then there's going to be another movie made that's Friday the 13th and focused around Jason. But technically, so he can make stuff about Jason, he can make stuff about Friday the 13th, but they won't let them make the opposite. And I'm like, guys, this is like a Sony Marvel Spider-Man opportunity here. It's like, I understand, but let's get along, share, and make money, you know?
Hmm.
But I'm still excited for Camp Crystal Lake. I want to see it. I love, like, you know, backstories and the creativity that would have to go into that on how you're going to do this and do it well. I hope they don't destroy it. I hope they do it justice.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell you a series that I really like that I didn't even know anything about. It's on Hulu. It's called Will Trent. Um, and I'm just gonna recommend it to you guys. I don't normally try to pitch too many shows out, but this one only 8 episodes, and I have just it's a detective cop show and just a cool show. I mean, the stories are really good. I think you're really gonna like it, and hopefully it stays around for a long time. So
Huh. Never even heard of that one. It looks interesting.
yeah, I mean it's a binger. I mean, you start
He's
watching, and then
he got a little
you,
chihuahua.
yeah, yeah, and it's funny how the whole story happens, how he acquires the Chihuahua and all that. So yeah, not a
I'll,
bad show. So
I'll check it out. Hey, the next one I want to mention here really quick is a show that I heard about through a friend, Joey. Shout out to Joey, if you're listening to this. But it's called Yellow Jackets.
yeah, I
Um,
saw that.
oh my gosh, it is the first season is crazy. Like I don't know what's gonna happen. I have guesses. Ashley and I watch it and we're like, man, like, is this gonna happen? Is this gonna like we're trying to guess to see how these people get to this because we see like so what it is basically wildly talented soccer players, high school girl soccer team. Um, get in a plane crash and have to survive out in the Canadian wilderness. Um, and like a lot of sus stuff happens. Uh, we also though see them like I believe it's 20 years or 10 years later, where they're in the future. Molly Shannon plays in it. Who else? I, wait, it's not Molly Shannon. No. I was
No,
thinking
there's
the wrong thing.
so
Sorry. Um,
Natalie, Juliet Lewis, Christina
yeah,
Ricci,
Juliette Lewis.
Melanie
Uh,
Lansky,
Yep, Melanie Linsky. She's the one I was
Linsky.
thinking of. And then Christina Ricci, and Tawny Cypress. Those four are like the main characters that you know definitely survived the plane crash and the whole adventure out there. But they still keep it a secret what exactly they had to do to survive.
Mm,
And you know, it's like a mystery to them or a mystery to us, but not to them, and you could tell they're wanting to keep it under wraps, but someone's threatening to reveal stuff. So you're like, who is this person? What exactly did they do out there? It's so good, like
mm,
very just crazy. Lots of fun. Uh, I you know go watch it. Definitely go watch it.
cool, 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 cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh,
Oh,
the next one that I'll mention here, if you didn't have another one yet, did you have
no,
one?
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Um, of course, you know, I have to mention, I am already preparing for Stranger Things 5. Stranger Things final season is coming up. Stranger Things, obviously, poster right here on the wall of Hawkins, or it is clear that I am a fan of of Stranger Things. I hope. Um,
Are are you happy that it's kind of ending on a high note?
yeah,
I'm happy.
yeah,
Like I
I'm
feel like
happy.
the series is gonna satisfy
I
what it was
love.
trying to satisfy, right?
Yeah, I
Like
love that it's gonna burn out and not fade away.
right.
It's gonna end. Yeah, I hope it ends epically with like a suspense, like, is it over ending? I would love that because that leaves it open for more like art to be created.
Yes.
about it in like that universe, but like maybe someone else encounters the upside down. Like this is the end of 11's story, but what else happened? What else went down? Does anything continue after this? It's like um, you know, evil always lives on, so I think it has an opportunity to do that. Um, I think that would be very, very good for them to
Ooh,
do it that way.
I got a question for you then.
Sure.
Would you watch a spinoff
I would,
then?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If it was just based in the same, like, town or not even the same town, maybe maybe that same sort of idea and crossover happens, but maybe it was in the 30s or the 40s, and then we get to meet a group of kids
Yeah.
um, during that time that um, encounter. That would be cool. Or like, maybe it's a nowadays type of thing where they get to encounter it. I love the incorporation of D&D into it, so um, it's cool to have them play D&D at the same time. Um, but ultimately, I'm happy either way. I'm happy if they um, do continue it somehow. If they don't, but yeah, I would totally watch like a crossover. Like, um, I think it's cool to let something live on, uh, but let someone else try their hand at it. You know,
Gotcha.
kind of
Gotcha.
like the new Screams. Wes Craven doesn't direct the new Scream movies, 5 and 6, but he let someone else take the reins of artistic um, direction with them, and so everybody's told me they're a lot different. The tone is really different compared to Wes Craven's vision,
Mm,
but nobody hates it. Like
hmm.
everybody's like open to it still, so it's like I love seeing that that's something people are open to, and um, I want you know if Stranger Things can continue, but maybe in just a different light, I'd like that to happen, of
Mm.
course.
So one show that I'm cautiously excited about would be the Wheel of Time season two. It's supposed to be coming out this year. And yeah, I can feel your stress level and your just rise,
Yeah.
the vein in your forehead popping
Oh my
and
gosh.
and I feel the same way. I do. I do. And it's one of those things you just want it to be right.
Right. They have an
Um,
opportunity to fix everything they messed up.
yeah.
Fix
So
fix everything, please.
so
Go
we'll
back
see.
to the source material and
Yeah.
fix what you wronged.
Yeah.
And if you don't, I'll probably not continue watching the show because those books are just so much better than that first season.
Yeah.
I don't care about any of the characters besides the one, spoiler alert, that's about to disappear until the end of the series. And it's like the only person I care about is not is Moraine, and she's gonna go away for a long time. So it's like why? Like I don't know. I wanted to like it so much, and I loved the guy who played Matt Cawthon, and the fact that he's gone from the show drove me crazy. I think Rand appears to be a little whiny boy that um, makes no sense and has no reason to do the things he's done. He hasn't met freaking his future wife. What's her name? Elaine.
Oh, Elaine, yeah.
And he hasn't met the Armelin seat. The Armelin seat followed him to Shadow Logoth or Shao Ghul. Um, right? That's what that's called. wherever he meets the Dark One.
Right. Right. Right.
Um, and like the Armelin seat follows him there and tasks him with stuff, and like it is like, oh, I have to hunt this person down. This is power walking in the form of a teenage boy, so I want to like manipulate and take
Right.
control, and there's none of that. None of that is happening. We just had the shortest season to cover so much content that matters for the rest of the show,
Right.
the rest of the books, and they just didn't even care about it. I hate all the stuff they cut. And I know you couldn't fit everything in there, but the fact that you cut out freaking 4 characters that play
Yeah.
huge roles, like, because we should have already met Elaine, we should have met the Armelin seat, Swan Sanche.
Yeah.
They're not the Armelin seat. We met Armelin seat. Who am I talking about? Um, the Sun Throne. What's
Um.
Elaine's mom's name?
Oh yes. 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 Yes.
I don't
Man, I'm
remember.
drawing a huge blank.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to Google it really quick.
Elaine, Galad, and Gowan, mom. But yeah, those 3 plus the mom are very major characters, and they're just not in there. It's like we didn't have the budget to hire them yet, but like literally they meet each other in a parade with and that's how we first meet what's his face too, that we already met.
Oh
Um
yes. The other fake. Well, not the fake
the
dragon, but
false dragon.
the
Yeah.
false dragon. Yes.
Oh, I forgot his name too. Crap. I'm just blanking on all this stuff. But
Morghese.
yeah,
Morghese
there you
Tricond.
go. Marquez de Dracond. Um, and yeah, I
So
mean, the White
so
Cloaks, they got Child
uh,
Byers wrong. They got Child, um, because he's not a questioner. The guy who they made a
yes,
questioner, he's not a
yeah,
questioner.
or an
Like,
inquisitor or whatever. Yeah, questioner. What do you call him?
que-
Is it questioner?
questioners. Yeah,
Okay, okay, yeah, right.
yeah.
So so maybe we do weekly episodes on the Wheel of Time again. I don't know. We'll
When it
see.
comes out, I'm down to do like a after the show watch along. I'm I would love to.
Mm,
uh, we can air it as a separate series. We can still record our podcast, but then we'll air like a separate series of we just watched the Wheel of Time, and here's what we hate. Um, here's what we loved, but here's what we hate. Also, the other thing I hate while I'm on this rampage of hate for the show, because I love the books so much, guys. Like I've never read a 15 book series before, and now I have, and now they made trash out of this amazing work of art. But loyal, how are they going
yeah,
to fix that?
yeah. I didn't like the portrayal of Loyal at all.
No, like I
I,
like the portrayal of loyal. I didn't
I,
like that freaking Mordif stabbed him with the dagger. The
oh,
dagger,
gotcha,
it
gotcha.
basically killed him, because
Yeah,
you can't. Rand gets stabbed by that and literally hurts the rest of the
the
books,
series. Yeah,
all of it.
yeah, yeah.
So
He
the fact that
constantly.
he killed Loyal with it, he's
Yeah,
dead. Unless they just totally break the power of that device. Like, what are they gonna do to fix that? Like,
I
I
don't
I
know,
just I
man.
think about that and it drives me crazy, because either you're gonna kill Loyal, son of Arendt, and you're not going to bring in any of uh the builders. You're not going to bring in his race at all, in any way. or you're going to somehow destroy the artifact that he took. So I don't know. I'm bitter, as you all can tell. I'm bitter, but
Like
uh,
there's a website that says the 10 Wheel of Time book characters missing from season one.
yeah, 10, right? And
Yeah,
I'm
the
complaining
gr-
about
the gr-
four
the Green
specifically.
Man, Elaine Chacon,
Yeah,
Agenor, Balthamel, Balthamel,
yeah,
Queen Morghese, like we talked about,
yep.
Galad Demandred,
Galad,
Mordith,
yeah.
Galad,
Morty,
yeah, Elida,
Elida Sadai.
Elida Sedai, Massima, appears alongside Lord Alkmaar, City of Faldara, Elias Makare,
Oh, Machira.
so Materia, okay.
Yeah, Elias Machira is the other wolf boy, other wolf
Oh,
man.
that's right. He's the one that,
He's the one that
right.
teaches Perrin how to talk
That's
to
right.
wolves.
Right.
That basically is like Perrin. You got to embrace your inner wolf, and like he becomes an epic. I mean, story later on. So what I hope they do with the second season is go back and fix everything they were stupid about. So let's go back, create a reason that we all have to go back and find Matt because Matt was definitely supposed to be there. Um, that go back, find Matt as his new cast. Oh wow, you look real different. Whatever. And then go on about your business. It's fine. The dagger changed his appearance real bad. Okay, that's what happened. Let's just say that that's what happened. Um, but then here's the plan. It's like, oh, there's an emergency in this, the town, so they all go back to where Queen Morghese is. See who sits on the sun throne right now, and I just think that is the best plan, so we can go introduce all these main key characters we missed out on. Elias is in the woods there, so Perrin goes and meets Elias at this time, and begins to realize that he can speak to these wolves, that we
Yeah.
actually develop how he talks to them,
Right.
because so far he stares at it and it doesn't hurt him, and that's it. It's like, oh, hi puppy, whatever. No, they talk to each other in a super cool way. I understand that it's hard to communicate, but uh come on, come on, somebody. um but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Lower your blood pressure.
right. I just need to chill, need to calm down. um but yeah, I hope that you know nobody has to deal with that. Like, I literally watched it in hopes that the movie would be phenomenal, or the show would be phenomenal. Or
Yeah.
like, I started reading it well before I
Right.
knew that there was a show, but I
Series coming
finished
on.
it super fast because I knew that series was coming out. Um, and yeah, like I literally was like a book in a month and a half. And I'm like, those are 35 hours on Audible. That's a
Yeah.
long book.
Yeah.
And I was reading them that fast to just be able to say that I read the whole thing. And I'm so glad I did because it's so good. And I would read it all again. Um, and the voice actors on Audible who read it, Michael
Yeah.
Kramer and Kate Redding, um,
Yes.
husband and wife, and they read the books. Fantastic job. Oh my
Oh, I
god.
know. I know. It's so weird that, like, um I I learned all the pronunciations from the audiobook.
Me too.
Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't I wouldn't have known Aes Sedai is how you say it.
Yeah.
I
Oh
would have been
yeah.
like As,
Iocide.
yeah, there's
Iocide.
just no way.
Yeah. Something like that.
Um,
No, I'm so glad that I have the audiobooks to reference because Elias Machira, I
yeah,
could have said it Makira or whatever.
right,
Um,
right,
and or all the names that are in there can be messed up, especially like Shatter Logoth and
yeah.
you know Shea the
Um,
Ghoul and you know all the
so
stuff. But
well,
man, I appreciate y'all bearing with us while I ranted about the Wheel of Time. Um, uh, but I'm just passionate about it because, like I said, it's one of the first
it's so
book
epic.
series that
It's
I've
so epic. I mean,
dedicated myself to.
to me, the if you look at fantasy novels, realistically, Lord of the Rings is probably sits on top worldwide, right? But I think Wheel of Time is our Lord of the Rings coming
Yeah,
from America, and it's
yeah,
at number two. I don't think there's a fantasy book that can outbeat and as far as the amount of characters, the popularity, the intricate details, the that kind of thing. And to be honest, um, if someone ever really catches the vision of Wheel of Time, like they caught the vision for Lord of the Rings, I think the Wheel of Time could surpass Lord of the Rings. To be honest,
oh
there's
yeah,
more
yeah.
content there,
There's so
right?
much more beautiful content. Like, oh
Right.
my gosh, like
And I'm telling you, um, Wheel of Time. When I was reading the Wheel of Time books, and then you read these um, other authors' books, you see the influence of the Wheel of Time,
yeah,
like the dance of the blades, the naming of the downward mountain spike or whatever, right? The
yeah,
naming of the moves and stuff like that is. Uh, you start to see them in other books, and you see, oh, you know what? I remember that in the Wheel of Time, kind
yeah.
of thing. So again, you know, Robert Jordan was just a genius,
He was
um, and,
absolutely.
and and we were lucky to tap into his little crazy world of fantasy. And again, like I said, if there was a real director who caught the vision, outside of the money making machine that Amazon is, and we love Amazon, but
Yeah,
I feel like that series could have gone, you know, just just done that much more. The potential is there. So the potential is there. So maybe who knows? Who knows? Maybe in another 20 years, man, we'll
yeah.
get another shot, and it'll just be the thing. You know, um, I don't know.
I agree. And honestly, like the the reason I love the book so much is because I feel like Robert Jordan put his like life into them. And I just want to see them done justice, you know, done well. Uh, and like he started writing them in 1990, and he didn't finish them. He had to. He passed away, and Brandon Sanderson stepped in and completed um, the last books with him.
The last two books, I think.
Three, three.
3 books, right? 13,
Originally,
14,
Robert
15.
Jordan
Yeah.
was gonna make that just 1 book, or
Mm,
so he thought, but Brandon Sanderson divided it up into 3 books,
mm,
because there was so much content that he didn't wanna leave anything out. So those last 3 books, The Gathering Storm, Towers of Midnight, and Memory of Light, were all supposed to be originally 3 parts of 1 book, but
mm.
each of those are 33 hours, 38 hours, and 41 hours. The final chapter, the final battle, um, it it is longer than the first Harry Potter book, word for word. Like it's a longer book, like longer chapter than a whole book. in like the Harry Potter book. I don't know why I know that just off the top of my head, but like
I, I'm feeling like I said that when this series come out, we may have to recap and just
yeah.
do an exhaustive study on Robert Jordan and the Wheel of Time
Yeah,
and just go
I
for it.
mean, this man had so many characters. I'm looking for the
Yeah,
number of characters he had.
it was over 1,000. I think it was
I
1,190.
believe it's over 2,000, if I
Was it?
remember right. Um, characters,
Sure.
individually named characters within this book, um, and it's amazing,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah. 2,787 distinct.
2787 distinct characters. That's ridiculous.
That's
Like
stupid.
amazing, you know?
Yeah,
Like and you know, these are bad guys, good guys, middle guys, gray, you know, because there's no like truly bad, truly good. There's people who are in it for themselves. Even the forsaken or the chosen ones, they are in themselves in it for their own good and keeping secrets from the main evil bad guy, Shaitan, the
yeah.
dark one.
They
They're
have their
keeping
own
secrets.
flags, their
Yeah,
own types of countries. So like each country is the same.
yeah,
It's not cookie cutter.
nope.
This was I what was the sphere one? Is it Tarvalin that had the tier of oh gosh, I'm forgetting stuff.
But Alzamon, the Stone of Tyr,
Um, tier- I can't remember now. Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, like I said, I think what we do is we go back and just do a whole 2 hour episode or something and
yeah.
just shove facts down people's domes. Did you
I would
know
love
this?
to
Did you
invite
know
my
that?
brother onto that podcast.
Do it, man. I think
Because
it'd be fun.
my brother is, if you think I'm a big fan and I would go on a tangent like I just went on, my brother has listened through these books twice. Um, he has like collector's items on his wall. He loves the Wheel of Time so much that he has gone on to read a ton of other Brandon Sanderson works
Yeah,
and everything of the sort. So, um, man, I love it. I would love to see this done correctly and not incorrectly
got it.
because I love it. I love it. It's Shamael. Is that who you're talking about?
Ishamael. No, I was talking about the was it the stone tier? Can't remember
The
now.
Stone of Tyr?
The stone of tier. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
It was a monument, right?
Yeah, the Stone of Tyr is like a big, large monument in the middle, and it says, "When the Stone of Tyr breaks, the dragon will have come, and this will be the end of an age."
Right.
And Rand actually leaves the sword that's not a sword, Kalendor, in it to mark the fact that the dragon reborn is here and coming back for his sword. Like he's so afraid of it in reality that he leaves the sword behind because he doesn't want to use it again. Um,
Right. Right.
because
Right. Right. Right.
it's a freaking
It kills a lot. Doesn't it kill like
yeah,
everything in a certain mile radius? Like he killed everybody, basically,
something
right?
like that, right? And it's a oh, what are those called? Uh, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
the
See,
thing
that's
that
why.
amplifies his power. What are those little
Oh,
doll?
the
It's normally a little doll that you have in your
what are
pocket.
they? Yeah, they're called mantras. Not mantras. They're
I'm looking for the word. Come on. is it? I don't know. But anyway, um, Angrial. Uh, uh,
Angriels, there you
uh,
go.
Saw Angrial, a Terra Angrial, and an Angrial. So I believe that the Kalendor is it says it's a sword that's not a sword. So I believe it is like a magical, enhancing, one power wielding thing. It feels like it should have a mind of its own. And instead of that, it just takes over your mind and destroys your mind. So Rand's afraid to use it because the first time he used it, he almost went crazy, you know? He almost turned in to Luz Theron. And Luz Theron is, you know, talking to him in his head the rest of the time he's alive. It's like, is Luz Theron actually in his head? Is he just imagining him? And like, you still don't know till the very end of the book. And it's like, what the heck? You know, what's going on? So, man,
Yes, yes, cool
guys,
stuff.
if you ever read books, this is the one. This is the one to do it. If you like the
If you want to
idea of a
if you
high
want to
fantasy,
right, if
amazing storyline.
you want a challenge, if
A
you
challenge.
want an exciting ride, because a 15-book series is a lot.
Yeah.
Um, this would be the one that if you're willing to do the work, this one rewards at the end is what I would say.
Yep.
So,
100%
so
suggest to read them. Um, Eye of the World all the way through A Memory of Light, and then go back and read New Spring if you want to. You don't have to read New Spring, but um, you can. And then, but yeah, 1 through 14 all the way through, and then the prequel. Read that after. You can read it before if you wanted to, but I suggest that you just read it all the way after.
yeah,
That's what I did, and it helped me process the end of the book a lot easier, a lot better in my head. So,
okay.
all right. Well, I feel like this has been a pretty good episode.
I think so too. I think
Yeah.
so too. I think I I feel like we covered some topics. Yeah, so anyways, guys, again, if you have any suggestions, any thoughts, comments, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, let us know. We'd love to interact with the audience. Kind of let you, you know, it's really a joy for us to know that people are watching our content, and
Yeah.
we just like to reach out and talk with you. And so, yeah, thanks for watching. As always, peace, love, and joy. Good things for your life. Remy, you got anything to say?
Yeah, I just want to invite you all. A cool thing happened on YouTube. Haven't even told Josh about it because it just happened today, or I just found it out today. So YouTube is now promoting podcasts individually in their own way. We're gonna have our show marked as a podcast, so you can listen to it, but we may still release extra curricular content in the forms of YouTube videos. So if you do consume the podcast and you want to consume it on YouTube, you can absolutely do that. And then if you want to still have the extra content we might release on YouTube, definitely make sure you're subscribed over there. It's really cool the things that YouTube is doing to promote podcasts now, and we're ahead of the game. We've been posting episodes since day one on YouTube. So just having you guys there and clicking the like button, sharing it with people, that really does a lot more than we could even say. Um, and guys, we thank you for your support. We are listener supported, and the best way for you to support us as of right now is for you to go ahead and share this episode with someone that you think would enjoy it. And share all the episodes, because that is really appreciated. So again, join in on the conversation if you have something you want to talk about, or share about. We'll absolutely call your name out in an episode and talk about the stuff you want to talk about with us. We may even invite you on to an episode. So um,
Yeah.
uh, let us
Yeah.
know. And I just want to say thank you, for even being a small part of our just enjoyment of movies, of TV shows, of just art altogether.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. See you guys.
Peace out.
Peace out.